He stood in that boardroom, taking credit for 6 months of my work, smiling, shaking hands, while I sat in the back, invisible. But karma had already started its timer. I'd been working at this company for 3 years. Nothing glamorous, a mid-sized marketing firm, but I was good at my job, really good. My boss, Daniel, knew it too. That's exactly why he kept me close. For 6 months, I'd been developing a full rebranding strategy for our biggest client. Late nights, weekends. I skipped my sister's birthday for this project. I poured everything into it. Daniel would check in weekly. "How's it coming?" he'd ask. "Need anything?" Supportive, encouraging, or so I thought. Then one Monday morning, I got an email. Company-wide meeting, mandatory attendance. I walked into that boardroom with 40 other employees and watched Daniel present my entire strategy, word for word, as his own. He didn't change a single slide, not one. The CEO stood up, shook his hand, and announced Daniel was being promoted to VP of Marketing. The entire room clapped. I sat there, completely frozen. I went back to my desk and just stared at my screen. Part of me thought maybe I was overreacting. Maybe this was just how corporate worked. Maybe I should just let it go. But then a colleague leaned over. "Hey, wasn't that your project?" she whispered. She'd seen me working on it for months. She knew. That's when something shifted in me. I wasn't going to let it go. I spent that entire night organizing everything. Every email, every draft, every version with timestamps, every late-night Slack message where Daniel asked me to refine specific slides. I had 6 months of undeniable proof that every single idea in that presentation came from me. But I didn't go to HR yet. I needed to be smarter than that. Daniel had one weakness. He was all image. He'd built his entire reputation on appearing innovative. But anyone who worked closely with him knew he hadn't had an original idea in years. He climbed by taking credit. It was his pattern. I started quietly talking to other colleagues. Turns out I wasn't the first. There was Jamie from the design team whose campaign concept Daniel had claimed 2 years ago. There was Marcus, whose client retention system mysteriously became Daniel's framework in a company presentation. We all had receipts. I compiled everything into a single detailed document. Every stolen idea, every timestamp, every witness. It was 14 pages long. I didn't send it to HR. I sent it directly to the CEO. Not as an angry complaint, as a professional, documented factual report. No emotion, no drama, just evidence. The subject line read, "Regarding the authorship of the Q3 rebranding strategy and a pattern of idea appropriation." I hit send at 9:04 a.m. on a Tuesday. By Thursday, Daniel was called into a closed-door meeting with the CEO and 2 board members. By Friday, his VP promotion was quietly reversed. The following Monday, his office was empty. Daniel was let go. Quietly. No announcement. Just gone. But here's the part that really hit different. The CEO called me personally. He asked me to present the full rebranding strategy myself, directly to the client. The same strategy Daniel had stolen. The client loved it. They signed a 2-year contract extension worth $1.2 million. 3 weeks later, I was offered Daniel's old position. VP of Marketing. I accepted. Daniel spent years building a career on other people's work. He thought the people below him were too powerless to fight back. He mistook silence for weakness. But documentation is power. Patience is power. And karma doesn't forget. He didn't just lose a promotion. He lost everything he'd spent years stealing. Justice doesn't always come loud. Sometimes it comes in a 14-page document and a Tuesday morning email. And sometimes it comes with a corner office. If you've ever had someone take credit for your work, you know exactly how this felt. Drop a comment below. And if karma deserves a witness, subscribe. Because on this channel, justice always wins.